Hello everyone, welcome to Everything Arsenal. Time for the match preview for our second Emirates Cup game of the week. This time it's Lyon from France. We played against Leverkusen on Wednesday. We won that game for an amazing performance, but it's now time for Lyon. You're going to be up against the likes of Maitland-Niles. We could have been up against Lacazette as well, but he's just finished his tournament over at the Olympics, so you're only going to be facing Niles a couple of days after facing Xhaka. It's going to be a good one. So Lyon, unlike Bayer Leverkusen were very, very good last season. They almost finished the entire season in 3 competitions unbeaten. They reached the final of every single competition and all that. We all know how good Leverkusen were last season. Now, Lyon, over the last couple of seasons, especially last season, they weren't great. There's a time they were bottom of the league and it was looking like they would get relegated, but they got their stuff together and they climbed up the table, but it wasn't the usual season you'd expect from a team like Lyon. They really struggled a lot last season, but I'm still expecting a good game from them. Still a good team, still have good players over there, so it's still going to be a good test. This is the last game for us before the Premier League starts next week. We might have another one in between the week, depending. Like if we sign Merino, like let's say on Sunday or Monday, and then maybe if CALAFIORI doesn't play in this particular game, and maybe a Tomiyasu comes back before the Premier League starts, we could actually arrange another behind closed doors game just to get some some more tactics going and, some more experiments and then test those players in those games. We could, but we don't have to. So we are counting this as the last preseason game. And the squad that starts in this one is probably the one that is going to start against Wolves next week on Saturday. I cannot wait. The Premier League 1 week away. We have been kept company with the Olympics and the Euros and all that, so it hasn't felt that bad. But we've missed watching Arsenal. Obviously, watching Arsenal the other day against Leverkusen, we've really missed that proper football. So what do I want to see in this particular match against Lyon? I'd really, really like to see CALAFIORI making his debut. So I think he's definitely going to make his debut this time. He posted on his IG story and basically showed his shirt and said soon. So I think that implies that he's going to make his Arsenal debut soon. He's seen what Arsenal fans have been saying. Where is CALAFIORI going to play? I think he's going to feature in this one. I want to see his combination of that. At the back now, we've seen Trossard. He's looked good in the preseason so far. Zinchenko, very good performance against Leverkusen. I'd like to see Martinelli, though. I'd like to see Martinelli in this one. We don't want to keep him out too much. Obviously, he came back late from his from the Copa America. I think he started has even started a game, maybe one game or something. Most of the others have been coming off the bench. I'd like to see him starting this game. I'll talk about my starting lineup. But I also want to see the rest of the team probably the same. Saka will be back in the lineup. Rice will be back in the starting lineup for sure. I'd like to see Havertz up front, maybe for 45 minutes, and see Jesus up front for another 45 minutes if that is possible. I'd like to see all that because now the real business is about to get started. And after the season starts, you have no time in terms of doing experiments at all. It's business time, no time to do experiments. So let's see how we'll do in this one. I'm confident. I'm confident towards the season. I know Arsenal fans at the moment they're not happy because we haven't made as many signings as we wanted to make. I wanted 3 signings at the beginning of the transfer window. I wanted a striker. First, I wanted a midfielder first. I wanted a striker and I wanted a winger. But obviously, you've signed CALAFIORI, a defender, and you've signed a couple of goalkeepers. You're still going to sign another goalkeeper if Ramsey leaves. Striker, winger, I still feel like you're going to sign Merino and a striker. The winger is the one that I'm now kind of doubting. Are we going to get something done? I am still confident they're going to cook something. I'm sure they know. Personally, I'm not worried. Even if Chelsea signed 10 players and United signed 15 players, I'm not worried about them. I'm focused on ourselves and also Man City. I'm sure we're going to do business. It has not come as early as we wanted, but I'm sure you're going to get to do business, especially with Nketiah potentially leaving and a couple of other players leaving too, Nelson, Ramsdale. I'm sure you're going to get business done, but it's not going to be before this game. Hopefully, this coming week, we hear some business getting done. So which kind of lineup would I go for against Lyon? This would be my lineup. So obviously, Raya in goal for sure. And then the back 4, I'd actually keep it the same. I'm going to keep Ben White, Saliba, Gabriel, and Zinchenko. Now, I wouldn't mind seeing CALAFIORI starting, yes. But since he has not been ready, as I just said, CALAFIORI hasn't been ready, and also considering Zinchenko played really well in that first half against Leverkusen, I'd like to see the same. Zinchenko subbed off at halftime against Leverkusen. I'd want to see the same here. Play Zinchenko for 45 minutes. Let's see if he does incredible again going forward, and then you can take him off at halftime and introduce CALAFIORI to the team. I don't want it to be opposite, like Calafiori starting and then getting subbed off. Now I want Zinchenko to be the one starting. Let's see another 45 minutes of him. Let's get some minutes into his legs again. Let's get another good performance from him. And then let's bring in Calafiori. It could be the opposite, though. We could see Calafiori starting. The other way, it could be Calafiori starting at centre back, but I don't think you're going to disrupt Gabriel and Saliba right now, because the squad that is going to start right now, at least 10 of those players are the ones who are going to start next week. So I don't think Gabriel will be dropped unless maybe taken off and then Calafiori comes on. But for me, this lineup is the one I'll go for at the back and then introduce Calafiori at halftime. Timber, I think he will be on the bench. I just said it was just a precaution, so he could be on the bench for this one. And then hopefully we can see at least 25 to 30 minutes of Timber in this game on for White or Saliba or someone. Midfield, last time he started with Jorginho against Leverkusen. Odegaard obviously started. Rice didn't start. Partey didn't start. Who else started in that midfield? Would I remember really? Was it Vieira? Did Vieira start? Vieira started on the right wing. I can't even remember who started in midfield, but I know Rice and Partey did not start. But this is a chance to start them now. So I guess as I go through the lineup, I'll remember who started. So in midfield for me this time, I'm going to go with Partey, Rice, and Odegaard. As I said, the team that is going to start here, we're expecting to be the team that starts next week. Personally, don't mind who starts between Partey and Jorginho. Partey probably gives him more in terms of just that midfield solidity and all that, but in terms of control and the passing ability from midfield, Jorginho was incredible at the back end of last season. The last 2-3 months, Jorginho was scoring a couple of goals, assisting a couple, not scoring but assisting. I remember his assist again for Havertz against Brighton away from home. That was a very good run. I think he got another assist in that game as well. So that is the midfield I'd go for. I don't know if Rice is 100% fully fit, so maybe give him 45 to 50 minutes and then take him off and bring someone else in that position. So Partey, Rice, and Odegaard, I think that is a decent midfield for sure. That's the midfield that we thought we were all going to see last season, but obviously different reasons we couldn't see it. And then up front, again, Saka didn't start, Martinelli didn't start, we had Jesus. It was Havertz. That's why I forgot. I told you I just remember as I go through. Havertz was the one that started in midfield next to Odegaard. So I think we're still going to see Havertz in midfield, maybe in this game somehow. But he played a lot of minutes the other day, so I don't think he's going to play as many today or against Lyon on Sunday. I'm going to go with Saka on the right, Martinelli on the left, and Havertz up front. Mainly because, yes, I'd like to keep Trossard, keep on firing and stuff. I think he's the one who's going to start next week. But as I said, I want Martinelli to also get some confidence before the season starts. Saka, give him 45 minutes, take him off, Havertz up front, then you bring in Jesus. Absolutely fine. So that is the lineup I'd go for against Lyon. And then on the bench, Ramsdale set for Timber, Calafiori, Kivio, Jorginho, Vieira, Trossard, Jesus, Nelson, Lewis Kelly, Nwaneri, Heaven, and Sago Jr. So which subs would I make at halftime and stuff? So this is the lineup I would go for. And then at halftime, I'm going to bring in Calafiori for Zinchenko. Now, two weeks ago when Calafiori signed, I wanted to see Calafiori and Martinelli playing together at least for 45 minutes because a lot of people have said, one of the reasons Martinelli wasn't being great is because he hasn't really had anyone behind him. So I would have loved to see Calafiori and Martinelli together, but I think Trossard is the one who's going to be starting next week or the first 2-3 games of the season. There's going to be rotation there. Trossard is very, very good. Martinelli is still a very, very good player, both of them. If you're going to be in the league, both of them are going to play a part. If Martinelli was good last season, you'd have won that league. So we definitely need Martinelli to be good for us to achieve things as well. So I'd bring in Calafiori for Zinchenko, and then obviously Trossard from... Actually, I would bring in Calafiori for Zinchenko at halftime. Yeah, that is probably the only sub I'd make at halftime. And then around the 60th minute, you then bring on Jorginho for Partey. You then bring on Vieira for Saka. You obviously bring on Trossard for Martinelli, Jesus up front. I said I want to 45 minutes from him. I don't mind if Jesus comes on at halftime for Havertz. And then obviously, if Timber is fit, you bring him on for Saliba, Ben White. And then you rest most of the other players to get ready for next week. Now, as you can see, I've left out... Nketiah from the team because this transfer is progressing. His transfer to Marseille is progressing, so there's no need of playing him in this game. Actually, by the time he played this game, he might even be in France, maybe to undergo his medical or something. So I don't expect him to feature in this particular game. He could make the bench or something, unless Marseille pull out or something like that. But I think there's no reason for including him. That would be our squad, and then hopefully we can be surprised and Merino ends up being included. But I really doubt. So it's going to be a good game. It's going to be another good test. We usually shine a lot in the Emirates Cup. We put 6 past Sevilla a couple of seasons ago. We performed well against Leverkusen. Let's get another quick start. If we get, I want to see how we we approach this game again, just like the Leverkusen one, if we like score another like 2-3 quick goals, I would know like next week the plan is to start quick against Wolves again, get 2-3 early goals and then just destroy your opponents as early as possible. But my prediction for the game, I'm going to go for Lyon to score, because just the same reason as the Leverkusen one. And the second half will make a lot of changes. Maybe we'll bring a lot of the youngsters and then Lyon will get a goal. I'm going to go for Arsenal 3, Lyon 1. Hopefully we get some goals from the likes of Martinelli and players like that. But thank you for watching. Let me know which lineup you like to start. Would you like to see Calafiori starting? Would you like to see Martinelli starting ahead of Trossard, or Trossard starting? Jesus, Havertz. Would you like to see Havertz in midfield? Again, Havertz in midfield has worked. The last 2-3 games with Trossard on the left, it has worked a lot. So maybe we could see Atta doing that again. So thank you for watching, and I'll catch up with you guys on